can't walk around with a T-shirt with my name on it saying, vote for me and go in the voting booth. It's not allowed. And that's the law. And that's always, but here's the thing. That's the law. It's always been the law.
Ma'am,
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
we have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Lutzenberger, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yep.
That's either yes or no.
Yes.
All right. Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
The proceeding on the front page is all from the entry.
Any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
The 2-year.
No. Did you review this document? Did you understand it?
Yeah.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes. No.
The state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault bodily injury as a Class A misdemeanor. The range of punishment is anywhere from a $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Lutzenberger, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported and denied naturalization and denied re-entry into the United States. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault bodily injury. There's a $500 fine and the state recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yeah.
That's either yes or no.
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours community service restitution, no contact with Mario Montemayor, and the hostility management course. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the lesser included offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
In other states,
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, and state, have you had a chance to speak with the complainant?
yes.
All right, thank you. You may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, yeah.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just that we wish that you follow the agreement, Your Honor.
All right, what were your issues that day?
Were my issues that day?
Yes.
Well, I couldn't believe it was happening because all I wanted to do was go vote.
No, the problem was not you going to vote. And I will tell you, I teach campaign and election law. And when people at a location tell you that you're not allowed to wear certain items when you go into the voting booth, you're not allowed to do that. When they tell you you're not allowed to wear certain items when you're entering doors, you're not allowed to do that.
They told me it wasn't posted anywhere, and the people that were working there didn't know themselves.
No,
Or they
that's the
would have
law.
told me that.
I'm telling you, that's the
Well, I'll
law.
tell you, I didn't know, and other people didn't know.
Well-
I'm explaining my situation. That doesn't seem that anybody's heard yet.
Oh, well, let me just tell you what it says in here in the police report, because maybe you didn't read it. It says you were walking in and the person, they have judges who are there for voting and they have people who are working there,
Mhm.
who work there. It's yes or no. It's not,
Okay.
They were working there and they told you you needed to remove your hat because it was not allowed inside the voting area. And that's the law. And that's always, but here's the thing. That's the law. It's always been the law. For example, I can't walk around with a t-shirt with my name on it saying vote for me and go in the voting booth. It's not allowed. Once you get to a certain point and it's that 100-yard line that they have, when you cross into that area, you're not allowed to be in line with t-shirts about who you support. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
That's the law.
I
And
understand
then when people tell you that, you can't start hitting somebody. And it says on here that your wife even tried to stop you.
Man, that's all incorrect. Do you want me to explain? Can I explain?
Sure. And if you want a jury trial, I'll give you one.
No, I'm not talking to you. I just want to explain because it's incorrect what they're saying. I was in line for 45 minutes before I actually got to vote. They asked me to remove my hat then after I was standing there for 45 minutes. So I removed it. I put it in my lower back. I went through the whole voting situation. When I went out the other side, this person that had already harassed me in 2 other previous times that I went to go vote in a different location was again there. I walked away from him twice, 2 other times when he was verbally harassing me. Okay, this is the 3rd time. And this 3rd time, I walked away from him again twice. He would not let me walk out of that place without harassing me and getting physical with me.
All right. So
That's what my wife was trying to.
let me tell you what it says in here. And I go by this document.
Mhm.
It says that the complainant went on by explaining that as part of his duties, he is supposed to advise voters that they are not permitted to wear or display candidates on their person while they are on the polling premises. It says he observed an older adult male inside the polling premises, and you had displayed campaign material, which was your hat. He observed the violation. He contacted the male and advised him that he would need to refrain from wearing the hat while on the premises. The complainant explained that the male complied with his instructions while he was voting, but then put the hat back on as he was making his way to exit the premises. At the time, the male was still inside the building and clearly well within the premises. Due to still being well within the premises, he approached you again and advised you to remove the hat while he was on the premises. The male, that's you, explained that he was on his way out and refused to comply. And it says, he began to follow you and told you again to remove your hat. And as you were about to exit, you struck him on the chest and facial area several times with your fist, causing him pain and discomfort. And then it says, another witness and your wife began telling you to stop. And then that's when you left. I don't know why when people go to places, how hard it is to follow instructions. When they say you can't do something, you can't do it. And if you want to complain about it, complain to your legislature. If you want to wear campaign materials inside a location while you're voting, if you want to wear it within the 100 lines, because they have those lines marked with a white, sometimes yellow line. if you want to do that, then you need to write your legislator and say, look, you need to change these rules because I want to wear my campaign gear inside the area while I'm voting. But for now, you're not allowed to do that. And you need to follow the rules. How old are you?
Or
All right, you're 64 and you're up here fighting and I don't even call it fighting because it doesn't say that he ever even hit you back.
yeah, of course.
And so you're up here fighting with somebody who's just trying to do their job, help people come in and vote and go on your merry way. And they're not even paid enough money for somebody to be hitting on them. So it appears to me you do have anger issues.
No, I don't have any. Like I said, I walked away twice, and in the situation, I walked away twice. To say anything in there where he followed me all the way and he screamed in my ear. I have hearing difficulties from my time in the military. I didn't hear what he was saying. I was walking out, and he was quite a ways.
Did he not tell you to remove your campaign gear
No,
and that you were not allowed
That was-
in the area?
that was after the fact when I had already gone out. I was in the library section already.
Let me just tell you, within that 100 line, you are not allowed to wear campaign gear. Now, if you're saying what's being said is untrue, then you need to set this for a jury trial because I go specifically by what's in the police reports. And there's a reason why this says waiver consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. You know what that means? That means that everything is in this document. You're stipulating that it is true and correct.
Mhm.
And this is what it says. I, Jesse Lutzenberger, do hereby judicially confess and admit that I intentionally and knowingly in Bexar County, Texas, on or about the 24th of October, 2024, did intentionally and knowing cause injury to the complainant by striking the complainant with the hand of the defendant and by pushing the complainant with the hand of the defendant. That's, you stipulated to that and said it's true.
Did you say anything about him punching at me first?
What I'm telling you is you're saying this is true.
I get
You've
it.
stipulated to this. Now, if you're saying he punched you first, then maybe you want a jury trial and you want to say it's self-defense.
It's on video. The only reason why I'm accepting that because I don't have the money to continue. Or of course I would defend myself.
All right, does he
That's
want a
fine,
jury
we'll keep
trial?
going. No, we're accepting the plea. Or, you know,
Is your wife, is somebody here?
My wife is here.
Oh, she said, no, you don't want a jury trial.
Okay, no.
All right.
Your Honor, if I may, I believe that, look, point being there's, as you stated, that's completely clear. The law is the law. I think that there was a fundamental miscommunication and understanding as far as how it was proffered to him at that time. I think that realistically, the way people speak, someone told him, take off the hat while you're voting. I think in his head, that's what he believed. Hey, take the hat off. I'm walking out the door. I'm basically at the double doors. I can put the hat back on. Understanding clearly that is still in violation of the law. But I want to make clear, it's not like the statute book was not pulled out and read to him at this time to understand the 100 feet. Again, it's not an excuse, but I think where his mind was coming at, he had finished voting, he had waited the 45 minutes, and he was leaving. And then he had an individual come up and approach him. Just to give some context, it's not change, obviously, the law itself or your viewpoint of this, but I want to.
Well, I mean, my viewpoint is the stipulations that I've received.
Understood.
All right. There's going to be a $500 fine, 2 years deferred adjudication, 200 hours of community service restitution, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's going to be the hostility management course, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. And there's to be no contact with Mario Montemayor. Probation, is there anything else?
Judge.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, I would like to say that all this is my self-defense. Because nobody wants to be harassed or bullied in front of their significant other.
Yeah. I understand. You know what? I understand here's the thing. I understand what you're saying. And I understand sometimes that tempers run high, right? And sometimes when we don't know the law, and if somebody just tells you, you can't do that, sometimes people want to know why I can't do that. And they want you to explain it. Sometimes people will explain it. Sometimes they will not. For example, I try to explain everything so people will know why things are happening. So now you know, and I'm telling you, yeah. So here's the thing. This is what I'm telling you. When you see, if you go vote again, when you see that line, you are not to cross that line with any campaign materials. And that's why when you see candidates who are out there talking to people, they're not allowed to go past that line. You know why? Because you are not allowed to campaign past that line. And wearing T-shirts or any type of hats or anything for whatever candidate you support, whether you say anything or not, that's considered campaigning. And legally, you're not allowed to do that. And if people want to change the law where they can wear their campaign shirts or whatever beyond that line, you have to do that with your legislator. My job is just to follow the law. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. This happened in Georgia and it happened in South Carolina, I think, and the people still got to vote and went on their way.
Well, this
Different
Texas.
Yep.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
All right. Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Abrams will speak to you. Court is calling 2022 CR 2010, State of Texas versus Houston, Dwight Stewart. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Maura Gomez on behalf of Mr. Stewart.
And are you Houston Stewart? Showing you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and First Amendment Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Houston Dwight Stewart who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 2010 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram, on April 13, 2022 for a period of 2 years? Is that you? State?
Violated condition number 2 on or about the 26th day of January 2024 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Houston Dwight Stewart, did then and there consume alcoholic beverages in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. Your Honor, state waives all the violations.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
No.
Court would find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There's Your Honor. I did sign that amended NTR today, so I think the defense needs to waive the 10 days.
Okay, I didn't see that date. All right, do you waive
I do.
notice?
Yes.
All right, yes.
So the recommendation for the agreement is TAP evaluation, intensive outpatient treatment, 90 sober support meetings in 90 days, and either monthly UAs or the drug patch.
All right, is that your proposed agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Houston Stewart.
All right, how did you get here today?
I got dropped off.
All right. So why are you using drugs on this probation?
This kind of positive testing. I was just a little stressed out, so I did take a.
So what about the drinking?
I really don't have a strong reasoning for the drinking. I was just chilling, relaxing, and I had a beer.
Well, no, you know you're not supposed to drink alcohol on probation. That's part of the punishment of probation.
Just so close to finishing, I don't know, I wasn't thinking.
I was celebrating.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And now you're not close to finishing because I'm going to extend you. And you know why I'm extending you? That's part of punishment. It's no rehabilitation associated with that. That's part of punishment. Because when you finally finish something or you're close to finishing something, you're supposed to take stock and say, okay, how did I end up here? And you know what? I'm going to make sure that I don't end up back here. And instead, you didn't take stock. Instead, it's like, woohoo, I'm free. I can do whatever I want to. And you can't. All right. This is what the court will do. Court is going to deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions. To include the following. There's to be no driving until further notice. Extend 3 months. So was that alcoholic beverage worth 3 more months?
No.
There's to be 90 sober meetings in 90 days. TAP evaluation. And follow TAP recommendations, but we'll start with intensive outpatient treatment. All right. You can either do monthly UAs or either you can have the drug patch. Drug patch gives you a little bit more freedom. They just put a patch on you and that patch will determine whether or not you've taken any illegal substances or substances at all, but the patch costs more.
Go with the monkey.
All right. There's to be random monthly UAs. Probation, is there anything else? All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Fiesta time is coming up. People love to celebrate Fiesta, and they celebrate it sometimes by drinking a lot because every booth you pass, they have alcohol. You are not allowed to drink alcohol while you're on probation. If you don't like those rules, you need to write your legislature and say, hey, could you change the rules and allow people to drink alcohol when they're just chilling at their home? Until that's done, those are the rules. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If you need anything, let us know. Good luck to you.